Hello everybody, how are all of you guys doing on this lovely, lovely evening here at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. Kyle Busch gonna lead the field to the green for the first ever Daytona 500 of series history. To his outside is gonna be Chase Elliott and that Kelly Blue Book Chevrolet Camaro. That's going to be Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr. Row 3 going to look a little bit like this. Almirola, Ryan Blaney. That's going to be Wallace, Byron, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher. And then we got the open cars. Kaz Grala, the last car in. Finished fourth on a photo finish. Then it's going to be Harrison Rhodes, Ryan Truex, and Justin Haley. We're getting ready to have a phenomenal Daytona 500. We are underway for the Great American Race. Kyle Busch going to come into the trial, but he's going to lead the first lap of the Daytona 500 for season number 1. He's lined up with 3 of his JGR teammates, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., both behind him. Christopher Bell stuck on the bottom lane, nowhere to go with there. Oh, Ryan Blaney into the outside wall. He's going to luckily keep it going in the right direction. We're going to go through another check through the field here. So what the hell happened here? I would like to know what happened. Was that Harrison Rhodes? Was that Justin Haley? What happened? Oh my lord! Here we are back under green on lap number 2 of the Daytona 500. Let's go back green. Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott. Going to be the front row, but Chase Elliott already going to jump up to the outside lane. Pushed by Almirola. Oh, and Bubba Walsh just got turned by Ryan Blaney. Just some spins here. Likely we'll see if they can get powered up. Ryan Truex does. He's just T-boned. There, actually, he put Bubba Walsh right back on track. That's going to be yellow right there. Well, it's going to be Joe Gibbs Racing. Going to be 1-2 at the start-finish. I got to wait for the back 2 to cross the line first. Here we are back under green for the Daytona 500 on lap number 4 of 40. Chris Buescher going to be 1 lap down here. Chris Buescher going to be 1 lap down. Not much movement right now compared to the last restarts. People are saying, hey, let's take it a bit more easy. We still have 36 laps left in this race. Let's do something. Well, actually, let's not do something. Denny Hamlin in the top lane, pushed by Eric Almirola. And then it's going to be Ryan Blaney up there. They're just 2 by 2 there. Kyle Busch going to be out front here. Kyle Busch going to be out front, pushed by Chase Elliott. Chris Buescher going to be 1 lap down. Still not much movement in the pack. Nobody from the top is really jumping down. Nobody from the bottom is really jumping up. As soon as I say that, Truex is going to jump up to the outside line as soon as I say that. So So that's going to put two JGR cars up in line there. Chase Elliott, they're going to go 3 wide there. Truex going to be stuck up on that high line all by himself. Kyle Busch going to be left without a pusher. But what in hindsight originally could be bad could be good now. That's because that's going to put Christopher Bell as his pusher here. Chase Elliott going to have a run. Big push. They're going to go 4 wide, I believe. I think they already are 4 wide. Yes, they are. Denny Hamlin, Kaz Gralla, Bubba Wallace, and Martin Truex Jr. 4 wide out of turn number 2 here. Let's pray we don't have a wreck. Oh, it got tight. Truex came down a little bit there. That could have been dangerous, but 3 Toyotas lined up on the bottom lane. It's the 2311 of the 2311 car of Bubba Wallace, and the 2 JGR cars of Busch and Christopher Bell. And look who's in that 4th position. Justin Haley transferred into this race. Oh, we have a wreck. It's Chase Elliott into the outside wall. Oh my God! That's going to be the big one. Oh, everyone's in it. Everybody's in it. Truex. Oh my God. Yeah, that is everybody. What was William Byron doing? Oh, Chase Elliott's going. That was the huge one. That's going to lead to a Toyota 1-2-3 here. As they're going to race back to the caution flag. Only 4 cars. Actually, wait. We could call it off here. There's not a stopped car on the racetrack. Yeah. Alrighty, here we are back under green for the Daytona 500. Kyle Busch has led every single lap of this race. We're back under green from Daytona. As I said before, Kyle Busch has led every single lap so far in this Daytona 500. But every other position has been very, very jostly, if you will. Down the back straightaway, Christopher Bell trying to pull maybe up to the number 18, trying to lead the Daytona 500. Number 20. Out of turn number 4 here, Christopher Bell is holding on a lot better. William Byron, Justin Haley, Martin Truex, and also Chris Buescher. 4 cars going to be a lap down right now. Kyle Busch! Up the racetrack he went. And there went his lead. Down the back straightaway, he's going to surrender it to Bubba Wallace in the number 23. Bubba Wallace going to take the lead of the Daytona 500. Never mind, he's also up the track. He's not even going to lead a lap. 2 cars on the top. It is Bell and Kyle Busch. The 23 is going to join him as well. 3 wide for the lead as they cross the start-finish line. Eric Almirola on the bottom of that Winn-Dixie Ford Mustang there. Looking pretty quick. We nearly just had a wreck. Chase Elliott, I don't know what he's doing. That's going to be a big wreck, and a yellow is going to fly. We're getting word that Chase Elliott will not be taking part in the rest of this Daytona 500. Chase Elliott will not be participating in the rest of this Daytona 500. As it's going to be Ford 1-2-3 here at the start-finish line. Here we are back under green flag conditions. Here for the Daytona 500, Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney going to lead the field to green. Kyle Busch already jumping up to the outside there, and the number 18, Ryan Blaney, going to follow. Truex in that middle lane. Kyle Busch going to go back down again. By the way, that caution puts Chris Buescher back onto the lead lap in the Fastenal number 17. Ryan Truex, who won his qualifying race to get into the Daytona 500. He's challenging for that lead right there. Just left Kyle Busch out to dry. in that middle lane there. Ryan Truex is going for the lead. But is it going to be enough? He's going to be pushed by Christopher Bell, but Eric Almirola got that run there. Eric Almirola going to lead it. The Daytona 500 lap number 12. Justin Haley going to be 2 laps down. William Byron, Kaz Gralla, and Martin Truex Jr. Bubba Wallace also going to just P1. Oh, no! Ryan Truex into the outside wall. Can he keep it steady? Oh, it takes Bubba Wallace with him. Wait a minute. We might be able to that green here. Haley's back under speed. Bubba Wallace is very much out of the way, but nope. Ryan Truex. His day is done. Here we go. We are back under green here. In the Daytona 500, we're going to crank it up here, actually. We're going to do a little crank it up session. Go on board with the freshly on the lead lap, Christopher Bell, number 20. Trouble back straightaway. It involved Kyle Busch. I believe we're still good to keep going green here. We're going to check out the replay. Even though we're going to see what happened here. Let's see. Oh, I think Byron might have come up and just tagged the 18 here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Byron just left Ryan Blaney out of room. Kyle Busch, lucky he didn't topple over there. But everyone is back under speed. I believe. Oh, no, Kyle Busch is spinning. Oh, no, big wreck. Caution's going to fly. Alrighty, here, back under green. That was a pretty quick yellow. That was a pretty quick yellow there. Don't know why Ryan Truex is the leader. See if that fixes here. Alrighty, Ryan Truex looking for that lap back in the number 71 Tommy Baldwin Racing entry. Won that qualifying race to make it into the Daytona 500. Started dead last in the event, pushed by Truex to the lead of the pack, but not to the lead of the race. Goes Ryan Truex. Ryan Truex, he has gotten his lap back. There goes Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, Justin Haley around on the back straightaway. Bubba Wallace going to continue. And 77 is on the outside wall. He is not moving. So that's going to put... Alrighty, here we are back under green for the Great American Race. 20 laps in, 20 laps to go. 20 laps in, 21 to go here in the Daytona 500, and it is Eric Almirola who has led the charge for a decent little bit now. It's definitely going to be late in the race. We're going to start seeing way more aggressive moves here. Whoever leads this lap gets that crucial one bonus point there. And Christopher Bell notices that. He says, oh, crap, I don't want that point. Let me just go to the inside here. Whoever leads this lap is going to get that one bonus point. For leading at the halfway mark, Christopher Bell running really aggressive. Here comes Martin Truex. Martin Truex on the bottom lane. Kyle Busch on the outside wall. He's going to keep it going in the right direction. Luckily, it's going to be Eric. Oh, there went one. He is off the track. We will stay green. You constantly have to fix the ticker, dude. Martin Truex Jr. going to take the lead of the Daytona 500. Going to move up to his JGR teammate. Going to move up into the middle lane with his JGR teammate. That's going to get him the lead. In the lap there, big show from Kyle Busch to Blaine. That's going to accordion all the way up to the number 19, Christopher Bell. We're going to see here if Justin Haley did get back moving. He did not. Kaz Gralla did not get back moving. Martin Truex Jr. got the free pass right there. Right now, it is 4 cars in this lead pack that are 1 or more laps down. William Byron and Kyle Busch are both 1 lap down, but William Byron looking to get that 1 lap back here. It's going to be Kyle Busch is also 1 lap down. Bubba Wallace is 2. Same with Ryan Truex. That's going to be Justin Haley. Solo it out, who is 3 laps down here. Bubba Wallace looking to get one of them 2 laps back here. Shove from Eric Almirola. 4 wide in the pack, 2 rows deep. 4 wide in the pack here, 2 rows deep. Justin Haley on that bottom lane. He is 3 laps down in this event, but that is not stopping him. Oh, no, there's a big wreck. That's the big one. We'll see how many cars get back going here. Justin. But, back to the line. This is for race back. Truex Almirola. We are back underway in the Daytona 500 for lap 20 of 24. Oh, screw it. Everyone gets their lap back. Yeah. Alright, everyone gets their lap back because the leaderboard's like messed up. Martin Truex Jr. going to take the lead. Chris Buescher leading that bottom lane. Ryan Blaney jumps down to the middle from the top lane. That's going to give a shove to Christopher Bell. Going to inch him out ahead of the number 10. Here we are in Daytona Beach, Florida. Down the back, everyone to run on Martin Truex. There's just not enough pie to share. Christopher Bell to the outside of his teammate. Martin Truex Jr. just announced earlier he will not be returning to the number 19 car for next season's Daytona 500. But Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher also on the bottom. 3 wide for the lead. Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher going to get clear of both of them. Ooh, we nearly had a wreck. Here's the number 20. Back to the outside. In at 3 and 4, it's going to be Chris Buescher. Out front of this race. Oh, a big move by Ryan Truex. Three wide, 3 rows deep. Up front right now, Chris Buescher leads the charge. He's going to block that middle lane. Middle lane has 4 cars compared to everywhere else is 2. Actually, there's only 2 cars in the bottom lane. Here comes Tommy Baldwin Racing's. Whew. Sorry. Let's ride in the car of William, on the roof of William Byron here, the number 24 Raptor machine. Chris Buescher is working these lanes really, really well here. I got to give it to him. He knows how to work these lanes, and as soon as I say that, it's going to be Ryan Truex at the line. Ryan Truex for Tommy Baldwin Racing on the outside line. He's going to take the lead of the Daytona 500, and not by a little bit. Once again, 3 cars in each line here out of turn number 2. Outside lane, Christopher Bell leading, Chris Buescher leading the middle, Ryan Truex leading the race, and the bottom lane with 12 to go in the Daytona 500. If we have another wreck, it could mean the field. All right, here we are. Oh! Ryan Truex over the field. A big wreck and the yellow's going to fly. Oh, no. Leading this race. Went up to the outside of What? Oh my God. Somehow, he was the only one that got wrecked in that mess. What even happened? Bam, outside wall. Topples over from contact from Bell. Over the top of the 17. Over the top of the 10 and the 19. On top of the 19. Good save by Casgarala, but Ryan Truex will be able to continue in this race because I believe he crossed the line. He did. He will be able to continue in this race. Underway with 7 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Chris Buescher leads the field. Almirola Nearly up and over. If we could just make it back to the white flag. Whoa, Kyle Busch, an aggressive move. Kyle Busch looking to be the inaugural winner. For the Select Blinds Cup Series, Chris Buescher leads the field. Jumps up to the top lane, searching for anything from Christopher Bell. But it's all Kyle Busch. Oh no! Kyle Busch is going to save his race car. And he's leading the Daytona 500 with 6 laps to go. 35 of 40. Chris Buescher, an aggressive move to the middle. Back up to the top lane. Kyle Busch, an aggressive block. Buescher back down to the middle. Looking for anything at all. Kyle Busch is blocking like a maniac right now. Top lane is forming up ever so slightly, but it's just not enough. Kyle Busch is throwing some crazy blocks. Here comes Martin Truex up the track to side draft. What was that? A big push. So Kyle Busch is the only thing I'm going to assume here. He is leading this race, but he is all over the place. We could very, very well see another wreck in this race. 4.5 laps to go. That bottom lane right now is where you want to be. 4 to go once they cross the line. Chris Buescher run up top. Pushed by Christopher Bell in between. Here we are, on board with the bell. 4 to go, 37 to 40 in the Daytona 500. Buescher's just not getting the momentum he wants there, but the one who is, William Byron, has the momentum. He's going to take the lead, but who has even more momentum? Chris Buescher on the high line. Chris Buescher way up top, but it's William Byron on the bottom. William Byron leads. Ryan Blaney aggressive. Trying to find anything at all. But William Byron leads. 3 to go. Here comes Ryan Truex. 3 wide. 3 rows deep. Here in Daytona. William Byron not letting anyone by. Now it's Ryan Truex on the bottom. Leading at Daytona, Kyle Busch leaves that middle line. Ryan Truex motioning to get pushed by Martin Truex Jr. The two brothers hooked up in the middle line. If one car could join, if just those two bottom cars could just cycle up to the middle lane, this could be a great, fantastic finish. Out of 4, 2 laps to go. At Daytona, it's Kyle Busch out front. William Byron has a run, pushed by Buescher. Kyle Busch dominated the early stages of this race, took the lead with 10 to go, and hasn't looked back. Almirola making an aggressive 4 wide. Out of turn number 2, here comes William Byron, up on the outside line. William Byron, they're going to make it back. They're going to make it to the white flag. William Byron, Kyle Busch. Yo! Hold on. Out of turn 4. This race is official. 1 to go. William Byron is out front. Could Buescher make something work? Could we see a big wreck? There's one wreck. That's Casgarella spinning. There goes Byron. Byron around in front of the field. Byron's gonna save it. Here comes Chris Buescher on the high line. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Into 3 and 4, they're 3 wide. Who's gonna get it done? Out of 4, Almirola leads. Chris Buescher has the push. Chris Buescher's gonna win the Daytona 500 by 0.06 seconds over Eric Almirola and Kyle Busch. Ryan Truex finishes 7th. Ken Casgrall across the line. Right now, only 7 cars. That's why we look at that. We're going to go look at that last lap back. We're going to watch that entire last lap back on board with Chris Buescher. There it is, coming to the checkered. Oh my gosh, okay. Here we are, on board with the number 17. For the entire last lap. There it is, Kyle Busch tries to come to the block, just wasn't quite clear there. William Byron, a big shove from Buescher. Gets him clear, white flag, 1 to go this time, there it is. Kyle Busch, we'll see what happens here. Oh, maybe side drafting going wrong. I'm not sure what happened there. Now they're 3 wide. At the 3 wide, Buescher has the momentum here. Buescher has the momentum here. He's going to lose it here shortly. Did not mean to do that. Okay. As I was saying, Chris Buescher loses the momentum as he enters 3 and 4. That goes to Eric Almirola. It looks like Almirola was going to win this race. But just coming out of 4, he didn't have any help at all. And that gave Chris Buescher the win. Here's how close it was at the line. That was the finish to the Season 1. That was the finish. That was the conclusion to the Season 1 Daytona 500. Chris Buescher is your winner.